We are here at xi'an Famous Foods to figure out what's behind one of New York's most iconic noodle dishes, the famous hand-pulled lamb noodles.
Very excited to check it out, so let's go.
Lamb is something that we use a lot in our dishes, not just in our spicy cumin lamb dishes. Lamb is also used in other things like our lamb pommel soup and other lamb. You know, there's like an iron pot lamb that's very popular in xi'an. Just a lot of lamb. There's Muslim population there, and that's historically because of the trade, the Silk Road, and you know, different people coming through. We take a small part of that tradition. We don't cook halal food. We do have heavy influences from that type of cuisine, so we use a lot of lamb. Working well with the spices, there's like a new flavor that comes
It really
out.
stands up to it. It's not chicken. That if it were just on chicken, then you would taste just the spice.
It was you and your dad that started the business together, right?
He started the business back in 2005. I was still in school, and then after 4 years, you know, joined the business because I just saw such a opportunity here.
All right, Jason, we are dying to know what is behind your lamb dishes. So
I'm gonna ask our central kitchen chef, Mr. Wang, to help us cut this apart. He's very familiar with all of our operations here, and he still personally cuts a lot of the meat himself.
Jason, I noticed we're keeping like all these nice kind of like fattier bits here.
That's a great question, and a lot of our guests actually are probably gonna be like, oh man, they use so much gristle in crab. It's just because you need that fat in order to, when you're cooking on a wok, everything's gonna shrink, all the fat's gonna turn to oil, and you really want that lamb oil in order to give it that like flavor.
do you predominantly only use lamb shoulder?
Any parts of lamb, honestly, that has that mixture of like fat and lean meat.
It really does give you that kind of natural balance of like a decent amount of fat, but it's also a hard-working muscle.
Yeah.
You get a lot of flavor out of it.
We're just gonna marinate this a little bit. It helps to tenderize the meat, get some of the unpleasant gaminess out of it, really just give it a better texture as well when we're cooking it.
So what's gonna go in our marinade?
Salt, cooking wine, we have starch here, and some oil. Looks like we have enough lamb for our dish later.
Right.
We're gonna bring you over to our store here that's attached to our central kitchen. We're gonna cook this in our wok, and then we're gonna do the noodles, and you know, it's lunchtime.
Awesome.
Cool, let's do it. All right, let's do it. We just heat the wok up really hot.
So that's like already sizzling hot within like 7 seconds.
Yeah.
So first thing in is the meat, get some of that fat to render down and crisp up.
The oil that we added before doesn't give it that flavor, so it's really the oil from the fat will be able to achieve that. So, you know, right now, Mr. Wine is adding the chili oil. That's the house-made chili oil that we use.
It's not a competitive thing like in New York where people are like militant about their favorite pizza joint or anything like that. It's like
it's very competitive. It's very competitive. Like in China, you know, your family name on the chili oil, have a picture of your ancestor on the bottle. You could go to the Chinese grocery stores and you know, like you'll see. If you go to a dine-in restaurant, you're gonna see a lot of like a huge menu, and you're like wondering, how do they ever cook all of these items, right? Do they ever cook all these items? And they probably don't get requests for a lot of them very often, but it's important for Chinese chefs to typically have a large menu to show that they could do everything.
I never even thought about why a Chinese menu would be long, much less that it is a point of pride. It's like, do you have people just come in and be like, can I get some pork lo mein?
We still get some of those. Some people ask for French fries. Some people ask for you know, chicken wings. I think thankfully because we're in a big city and we do have a lot of exposure to different cuisines, so people sort of understand how do you measure up with the food that's actually in xi'an, right? That's another sort of question, and I'm very confident about it because the thing is, you can't find this food in xi'an. When I say that, it almost seems counterintuitive. Is that like, oh, Jason, are you sort of admitting your food is not authentic? What is authentic? Is it authentic because, like, well, you know, I'm from there. I cook food that's with that taste profile. If you mean authentic, meaning you can find the same food, any of these stalls that you walk into, you can find the same taste, then I guess we're not authentic. I'm not so much worried about knowledge. You know, I want people to know what is in xi'an. I want people to travel over there and then come back and be like, oh, okay, actually this is different, but you know what? Like, I could see, you know, I could appreciate the differences.
It's your interpretation.
Exactly.
That's what makes it
exactly.
It is true to like your family, it's what you ate. It's true to like the trade routes that went through there. Is it more important that it's like authentic, or is it more important that it's like honest and like
It's
just you're trying to do something good?
Yeah, is it more important that it tastes good? Right? At the end of the day, do you enjoy it? I'm gonna pull some noodles. This is just dough. Nothing special about it. So what I'm doing is kind of pulling on it, at the same time hitting it. You just kind of slap on the surface like that. Overall, you just rip it in half.
Oh, wow.
And that's the noodle. Usually just gonna drop them right in the water because they can't stay too long after being pulled. You guys wanna give it a go? He's pushing a little hard. Looks like he's pushing a little hard, but he's pretty fast. He's pretty fast.
Look at that. Wow.
Great motions, actually. Looks like looks actually perfect, yeah.
Wow.
It looks like he's been doing this for a while, actually. Oh, no.
No. Oh.
So we're gonna take the middle part, like a string cheese, and just rip it in the middle.
Look at that landing. He stuck the landing.
This is awesome. I'm never going home.
This is fun as hell.
So it looks pretty good. We fished these out and you know, they're ready to go. Freshly cooked lamb from before. I got the cabbage here and it's blanched, and we got some scallions and chive flowers and celery mix. And then we're gonna dress it with the most important things, the noodle sauce and the chili oil.
That is so good. I love this dish.
Oh man.
Yeah, the chili oil is so nice.
Yeah, we're super generous with the cumin, but it's just, it works in this case.
The shoulder is the perfect cut for it too. It has texture, it's gonna go well with the noodles, but because there's fat to it too, it stands up to that spice.
Yeah.
Even for this, like, you see the imperfections, you can tell that somebody actually made it, which is awesome. Yeah. You know, that's what you want out of food.
Every part of this dish is made by our own recipes, and the noodles are made to order because that's the only way it can be made. I wish I could make the noodles ahead of time. That would save a lot of trouble. It's one of the special things about us, though. So it's something I probably wouldn't change.
It's perfect for New York. You order your food, you get it in 3 to 5 minutes. It's affordable, but like all of this stuff is actually made here.
Yeah, if you guys ever travel to like any part of Asia, everything's so fast and it's just any minute that you waste, it's like lost money pretty much, right? For the guest or for yourself and whatnot. That sort of mentality was like something, even back in the days when we were in Flushing, we didn't have a POS system. You had to memorize all the totals. Like for example, if you ordered 2 dishes, I had to remember it was you that ordered those two dishes, and add together the math and then be like, you were before him. And you know, it's crazy. But that was kind of the culture that our business was built on.
So much fun to learn about a serious New York City iconic dish.
I appreciate you guys coming, and you know, you guys really good with the noodles. That was the most surprising part of it all. You know, I was like, you know, you guys are gonna be pretty good in the meat rooms. You know, I don't know about the noodles part, but wow, you guys are good. Yeah.
What time do we show up for work tomorrow?
Let's get here at 9, I think.
Okay, cool. This is better than the meat hook.
The commute shouldn't be that bad. No,
If you enjoyed this video, maybe you'll also enjoy some of the videos from our good friends over at Vox.
Oven to 350 degrees is sort of a basic requirement for baking in America. Our ovens even do it automatically as we turn them on. But have you ever stopped and asked yourself,